So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Dashamsha chart video of the week. And this week we're going to be covering Saturn in the third house of your Dashamsha chart. As in, what happens when Saturn, Shani, is in the third house. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular placement or what other planetary placements you have in Dashamsha, birth chart, everywhere else, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, my Vedic Astrology Academy, where I currently have now a brand new thing called KRS Vlogs. Check it out. I've already uploaded 2 videos on that. Very important, and I think probably in a day or 2, I'll upload something on India there as well. I love it. It's so easy. I turn my webcam on, I can get all the information out and just give it to you. Okay? So, third house of Dashamsha chart. So, as you know, in the Dashamsha, in the birth chart, third house represents siblings, neighbors. So, when you are working, who is your neighbors and siblings? It's your co-workers. Your co-workers become like your sibling. They're your neighbor because you have one cubicle, then the other cubicle, or one office, so the other office, you guys are neighbors. So here you now put Saturn in. And this particular position of Saturn in Dashamsha is actually one of the best positions to have. It's a great position to have. Because first of all, third house, regardless of what the divisional chart is known as the Upachya house. It grows better with time. So when does the maturity of the third house starts? When Saturn is there. You must be thinking 36. Well, actually, that's not true. The moment you start working, it could be 13, like I did, it could be 15, 18, 21, 25, 26. The moment you start working, the Upachya house starts working, which means if you start at 13, by the time you're, let's say, 19, that house would have improved significantly from your work life. But yet, let's say, usually most of the time, a person will graduate high school, go to college, then go for an MBA or something, advanced studies. So let's say 23, 24. So from 24 to 28 is the time for struggle with the co-workers, with your neighbors. After that, it starts improving. Why? Because Saturn wants to show you patience with other people. The people who are going to be kind of like your, like in a sports, there's a team. You can't win without the team. So here Saturn is trying to show you that in order for you to progress in life, you're going to need the support of the team. If you have Saturn in the third house, in the birth chart, you will not like dealing with co-workers, neighbors, or even siblings. But it's differently studied in the Dashamsha. And how did I learn that? This is just from your experience, your charts that I have seen. The emails that you have sent, the interactions that you have had with me with your chart. I saw many times how this Saturn is working. This Saturn is actually not bad. Now, of course, if it's in a tough position like it's debilitated without the Neech Bhang, of course, you're going to have major karma to pay with that. But on a normal position, regardless of if it's exalted, normal sign, any sign, it actually will grow better with time. You will have the understanding to work with the other people. And you will notice your and people that you work with will be highly mature and older in age with you. The other thing we also see is that one will find late coordinates in their life. So you will have to work at a very steep level or steady level for a long time before you can go up high and call yourself, a manager for 5 people, 3 people, 10 people. That does not come immediately. It comes with time. Because ultimately, early on, when you're put into a management position, you will notice this, is that either you have to leave that work because your subordinates, people who are working under you, do not want to listen to you, do not like you, or they falsely accuse you of something where you have to go as a boss. But especially after 28th year, those subordinates will not accuse you. Because subordinates are like your soldiers. They're working on your command. So what does that make them? Mars. When does Mars mature? 28. It's all there. It's all there. And one thing we also see with this particular Saturn is that a person will, it's not like if, they will work with either a foreign company or will go to foreign lands to work. And especially only after probably 36 to 42 will you get a proper mentor, a proper teacher in your work who will support you and teach you and show you the ropes. And especially the interactions with the bosses is going to be very karmic early on. You will get, probably you'll get your enemies from past life being your bosses. And be happy. Be happy if they're mad at you on purpose, pissed at you on purpose, because you are paying a significant karma off. Why? Because you probably did that to them in the past life. You did something where now they're coming back and now they're giving you that same thing without them knowing or without you knowing. But you will see, ultimately, this person will find, not only help from everybody else, but you will start putting your own effort into making things happen. Whether you're in a job-like scenario or a business, usually this particular position I've seen many people who were either in a job were wanting to do business, or people, who were in a business partnership, they're like, I want to go by myself. Can I do it? Because this is the ultimate position that shows that a person is going to have to put their own effort into doing everything. You will not be able to get support easily, and neither you would want it. You'll be like, I want to do everything myself as much as I can, and if I do need to take care of this and this and this, I will get someone to help me. But I want to make sure I am in a part of, my eyes are on everything that I'm dealing with. So again, it's a bit of a stubborn position. It's a bit of a independent position. And you will see whenever you communicate, it's always going to be a very straightforward communication. You, first of all, you hardly communicate with people, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's your subordinates, but it will be very short to the point, because you got to understand, third house is second from the second house. So is the Bhavat the second house. So it'll have the same implication and significance of the second house, where second house represents the tone of your speech. Third house represents how and what. And for you, it's always work. It's always short, to the point. All right. Now, it'll have a different form in a birth chart, different form in a Navamsha chart. But of course, in the Dashamsha, it has its own implications. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Saturn in the third house of your Dashamsha chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know where your Saturn is placed, all your astrological details, check out the links here. And please make sure to go onto my website under contact section where I have a link to my new vlogs. Okay. Bye-bye.